Ready, set, go.
Greetings undetermined spectators of the World Wide Web. I am Tall Lanky Guy. Welcome back to Clickhole. We're doing a Clickventure today, and this one popped out to me. You're a 13-year-old girl. Can you find a date to the Sadie Hawkins Dance? If you don't know about the classic Christian punk rock song Sadie Hawkins Dance by the iconic Reliant K, then you might not understand why I decided to pick this particular Clickventure. Perhaps rather than "You are Lin-Manuel Miranda, can you avoid blowing all your Hamilton money at the mall?" But because I am someone who grew up with Sadie Hawkins Dance as one of the most memorable songs of my childhood, I just couldn't resist. So let's see if I can find a date to the Sadie Hawkins Dance. Shall I bring my khaki pants? Is there anything better? It's Monday morning, and you're sitting in 8th grade homeroom at Southport Middle School. Ugh, homeroom is so freaking boring. Oh boy, here we go. You are a 13-year-old girl, okay? Setting the stage. A girl in between the age where you spend weekends riding bikes with your parents and the age where you spend weekends riding bikes with kids who have non-traditional haircuts and skip school to watch A Clockwork Orange on a portable DVD player at the bottom of the Southport Quarry. Everyone knows about these are universal middle school experiences. Everyone had this stage. You have a drawer full of training bras, a medicine cabinet full of Bath and Body Works lotions, and 70 Tweety Bird t-shirts you've grown out of in the past month alone. There are only 3 things you care about in this world: walking around at strip malls, frozen yogurt, and boys. You love boys. Boys. But right now, you're stuck in homeroom. Miss Parker is droning on about how the school dress code has been updated to allow nuns' habits after the school was sued nearly into oblivion by the Association of Child Nuns. Ugh, man, I heard about that. I was surprised that the school was actually survived that whole case. It was nuts. You're doodling a picture of your Bernese mountain dog, Timothy, in your social studies notebook. It was Bernese. It's a very rare breed. Not quite as fluffy as a Burmese mountain dog. It's actually, if you look closely at a Bernese mountain dog, you realize that it's actually just a slightly short-haired bear. Yeah. Brendan McAllister is telling Miles Fisher about how over the weekend he and his brother watched an unedited version of Wedding Crashers in which Vince Vaughn's catchphrase was "Take a lap, Nutsack Jones." I do remember this. Brendan, I still don't know how I feel about Brendan. He was a bit weird, but not in the kind of weird that I could relate to. More the weird that I didn't really know if he liked me. Maybe he liked me. It was hard to tell because he did talk to me in grade 8, but the conversation would always end with him making some sort of weird comment, probably a joke, but they were not funny jokes, and I think he knew they weren't funny. This class sucked so bad. All of a sudden, your school mascot, the Southport Frustrated Dog, dances into the room. I've seen that dog from somewhere. And not just middle school. Obviously, it's the Southport Frustrated Dog, but I feel like there was There's another dog from something else that that looks that looks like the Southport frustrated dog. You get a sense deep in your currently growing bones something big is about to happen. It's time to watch intently. The Southport frustrated dog points to the loudspeaker on the wall and begins to sing the announcement song. 1, 2, 3, listen to the voice. It's time for the announcements and you have no choice. The words will come through the big microphone. You must take note of their content and tone. I always really liked that song. I always was fond of it and sang along quietly at my desk. The dog dances out frustratedly. Oh, hello. There he is. He's back. There is a crackle over the loudspeaker. Time to lean forward in my seat. It is the vice principal, Mr. Montana. I liked Mr. Montana. It was cool. He announces that this Friday will be the annual Southport Middle School Sadie Hawkins Dance. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. The Sadie Hawkins Dance is the one dance a year when girls get to ask boys to be their dates, which, due to social norms, is wrong, Mr. Montana explains. If you want to know more about the Sadie Hawkins Dance, you can head to the auditorium, where Miss Cranmer will lead an information session that will answer all your questions. Man, I always went to these information sessions, not even for the actual information, just for the information session gang. Those were my real friends back in junior high, was the good old info sesh gang. Good kids. Otherwise, get to first period. Have a great day and enjoy today's lunch. French toast chips with maple syrup, meat dip, and carbonated milk. That was actually my favorite lunch that they made. I'm gonna freak out silently. Just because, can't let people know that you're feeling too much. Not too much, Freak out silently. Excuse me. This is it. You're going to ask a boy to the dance. Your stomach does a few flips forward, a few more backward, and then drops. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. Your fingernails feel hot, and your teeth feel even hotter. You hope you aren't having some kind of dumbass aneurysm, because this might just be the biggest day of your life. Who are you going to ask? Will he even say yes? You need to come up with a game plan, and fast. Absolutely. It's game time, guys. I'm going to turn and ask my friend TJ, who she's thinking of asking. Not very many people know this, but TJ actually stands for Tiffany James. Yeah. Their first name was Tiffany, middle name was James. But they didn't really want you to know about the James part. You turn to TJ and ask about their plans. Oh, hang on. Oh, me, she says. Already asked Carla Monteleone. Carla Monteleone? I thought she got suspended for beating the principal at chess. I was there for that chess match. She absolutely slaughtered the principal. Like, it was disgusting. It was nuts, but, happy for TJ. She did, but that was only for the first 3 weeks of school. Now she's allowed back, but she's going to get straight D's this semester as punishment. It's okay. I still love her. Good for you, TJ. I mean, that's a little unfair that her grades are being affected as the punishment, but welcome to the education system, I suppose. By the way, I decided now that we're in 8th grade, I'm going to start going by my full name instead of TJ, so you can call me Tolerant Justine. Right, this was the day that that she changed her name to Tolerant Justine. Forgot about that. I feel bad now. That I forgot about her name. Whoa, your head is spinning. Yesterday, TJ was your regular old best friend, but now she's Tolerant Justine, and she's in love. You're starting to feel like you're falling behind. You better get a move on and find a date. Absolutely, I gotta daydream about boys right away. Commencing daydream. Let's go. Oh, geez, it looks like you're starting off your daydream with a real dud. Trevor. Trevor is the tuba-playing dweeb of the century. He rides your bus in the morning and gave you a Dunkaroo one time, but that's pretty much all he has going for him. Plus, the Dunkaroo was honey mustard flavored. Trevor would definitely be a slam dunk. But you should probably set your sights higher. Yeah, I gotta set standards, you know? Trevor's a good last resort. Nothing against Trevor. He's a nice kid, good tuba playing chops, but not quite my type. You know? Farin, much better. Farin is a solid option. Look at that face. That's the face of a winner. He's the only person on your school's basketball team which is hot. Wait, he's the only person on your school. He's the entire basketball team. Yeah, he's a one-man basketball team. Whether Farin would go to the dance with you is a total toss-up, but it's worth a try. You know, I've got pretty high self-esteem, so if he says no, then I won't take it personally. But like, if he says yes, we're looking pretty great. Ooh, Colin O'Keefe's owns a startup that helps retired lawyers turn their old briefcases into soccer balls for younger, more athletic lawyers. He's so successful that he might be hard to snag, but girl can dream. Colin O'Keefe is not really my type. I feel like he's more of a status date. Like, you get a date with him in order for other people to be like, oh, did you hear that she got a date with Colin O'Keefe? Oh my gosh. That's the kind of date that Colin is. If you can pry Studious Augustin away from his books for a night, it'd be a decent Sadie Hawkins date. He did a Serbian folk dance at the talent show last year. I remember that. He was really good. Especially with that halftime breakdown where he did the thing with his knees. That was freaking nuts, dude. Okay, then there's Kind-Eyed Danny. Ah, Kind-Eyed Danny. Oh my gosh. Look at him. I can't... Elton John. We're not entirely sure if that's his actual first name, but that's what he wants to be called, so I don't really have a problem with it. The dastardly baritones. Honestly, I feel like there's too many good options, and I don't know how I feel about asking all three of them out on for the same dance. I feel like that I'm not very good at juggling that kind of thing. So I don't think right now I think I'm running for Kind-Eyed Danny. And Andy. Everybody knows Andy. Everybody likes Andy. Andy's a good guy. Solid, like, B-tier kid. Andy. You love Andy. Andy is the fastest freestyler on the swim team. He takes his little brother to the park on weekends. And hell if he doesn't know how to rock a pair of boot-cut jeans. Would Andy ever agree to go to the dance with little old you? You don't have a chance to answer that question, because the bell rings and snaps you out of your reverie. It's time for English class. Let's go to English class. Andy, in another life, this would be perfect. You and I would be fantastic. Absolute power couple. But not this time. Not this time, Brodio. Oh, hello, that's a picture. You're heading down the hallway to English class, but wait, something just happened. God damn it, not again. You just got your... Oh, no. You just got your period. Didn't you have it a couple weeks ago? Your mom told you it was normal for your period to be irregular at first. But what does she know? Your mom is such a freaking idiot. It's unreal. Well, you have to figure out something to do. I'll see if I can find anyone who can give me a tampon. Yeah, see if... I'm not gonna be, like, too ashamed about it. It's unfortunate that it happened, like, just then. But, yeah, do what you gotta do. You peek in the classroom across the hall. Bingo. The science lab. Your friend Deirdre is in there. She is in the math and science magnet program. And she got her period like 2 years ago, so she definitely has a tampon. Let's open the door to the lab, see what's happening in the lab here. You push past the door and are met with a bevy of sights, sounds, and smells. Lasers dart past your eyes, pinging as they ricochet off the walls. Yeah, the lasers, they were flying. There are all sorts of scents you can't identify. Sulfur? Formaldehyde? Who knows? You're not in the magnet program. Out of the chaos emerges a familiar face. Deirdre. Deirdre, what's that? What's that? Before we get to the subject at hand, what's that smoking pink bottle in your hand? Couldn't help but ask. Okay, don't freak out. I made a love potion for my science fair project. If you get it and give it to someone to sniff, you don't let her finish. Love potion? That's exactly what you need. I mean, I also need a tampon. But why am I going to grab the potion and sniff the living hell out of it? That's not what you're supposed to do. You hear Deirdre yell, "No!" Something's happening. Oh no. I'm getting woozy. Oh no. Memories start flashing before my eyes. Oh no. My family. This is them. This is my whole family. I love them very much. I love them all. Like, Uncle Terry, the professional pool/dolphin fencer. He fences with dolphins and also plays pool professionally. He does both at the same time, professionally. Then there's Uncle Broyden, who was the first Irishman to ever invent a new sound with using just his armpit. It's very widely celebrated in the science community. That's all my family. My friends, look at all of them. My one true love. And one day, maybe years down the line, we might reunite on the streets of New York. And I'll drop my books, and he'll kneel down to pick them up, and then we'll lock eyes, and we'll realize who it is. And it's been years. But maybe it might be good to reconnect over coffee or something. And then the rest is history. Then, total darkness. Oh no! I died! Oh no! Oh no! As you succumb to the potion, Deirdre explained that her science fair project was actually a psychological experiment to see if people would be so enticed by the prospect of a love potion that they'd be willing to sniff an unlabeled liquid if they were told there was a chance it would help them fall in love, but also a chance it would kill them. But since she didn't have her trifold board with her when you walked in, she didn't get the chance to explain how the experiment worked before you sniffed the potion. Now you're dead, and Deirdre is probably going to get a C at best. Dying was a total fail, and now there's no way you're going to the Sadie Hawkins Dance with a date. go back and try again, which I would do, but I'm out of time, so it seems as though death is truly final. So, thank you for joining me on this thrilling Clickventure. It's unfortunate the path that I've found myself at the end of, but what can you do, really, when you think about it, and you think about the choices you've made up until this point. It was truly inevitable that death was going to be the answer. So, thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and click that like button. If you've ever ingested a strange chemical substance while on a quest to find a tampon, put your experience in the comments below. I want to hear about your stories. And if you haven't subscribed or rung the bell, those are both things you can do. I'll see you later.